I went to NASA to see if the food is really that good. This is the NASA Space Center in Houston, Texas.
So we inside. Super cold in here. I feel like my nips are getting hard as diamond.
And they had so many cool things, like this astronaut.
How they just dangling my boy up here. It's crazy.
Or some big rockets. But when thinking about NASA, everybody obviously always asks the question, is their food any good? So I made my way to their food court called the Food Lab. Every shop was labeled some space type shit, like Deep Space Deli, or Outer Crust, or Velocity Grill, or Community Kitchen. Okay, Community Kitchen doesn't sound cool, but it's whatever. So I ordered my food and it was time to dig in. Starting with the Outer Crust 4-cheese pizza. It was pretty thin and dry and flat. There was barely any sauce, but the cheese was quite nice. Not sure if it was worth $14 though. Next was a deep fried glizzy so big its tip could touch the International Space Station. Surprisingly delicious. The batter was super moist, and with the right sauce and confidence in your masculinity, the corn dog smacked harder than Ike when anime didn't eat the cake. The dog was juicy and it was the perfect amount of sweetness. Surprisingly, one of the better dishes I've had at a tourist food court. Next was the quesadillo. The sour cream they gave us was more sour than cream. It was more watery than the outside of Noah's Ark. As for the quesadilla itself, it was pretty disappointing. It was super soggy, and no, it wasn't from the cream. It did have a lot of cheese, but sadly it just couldn't save the dish. The flavor in here was looking like Stevie Wonder's vision. Next was this sandwich called the Smuggler. It was actually a reference to one of the astronauts who snuck this sandwich on a space mission, and now it's immortalized forever in a NASA food court. It's essentially just a roast beef sandwich with Dijon mustard. It was honestly pretty good, but kind of dry. It needed more sauce, like mayo or some more of that Dijon. But the beef was quite succulent. Definitely wouldn't complain about this dish. So overall, what do I think of NASA food? It's honestly not that bad. I paid in total $65, which I think for the amount of food I got and the fact that it's a heavy tourist place, I think that's to be expected. I think the best dish was the corn dog and the worst was probably the pizza. Ultimately, I'm gonna give NASA food a 7.4 out of 10.